Hi, welcome to this MAT tutorial for manufacturers. This is a tutorial for manufacturers who are for the first time adding products to the MAT database. I just want to start by thanking you for adding your products to the MAT database, as it's with this information that the tool becomes very useful to the folks at McGill, so thank you very much for your time. I just wanted to start by giving you a brief tour of the site. It's pretty simple. At the bottom of every page you can see here that there's a menu bar. From the menu bar you can contact us, you can search for products, you can learn more about MAT. I'm going to go right here for now. So on this page you can get some useful information on the history of MAT, why we decided to use this and develop this tool. But what's more important for you right now is the framework of analysis. There's actually a button here. If you click on this, you can get to the framework of analysis, and from here you'll understand a little bit more the logic behind the site itself, how we came to use certain criteria, why we think those criteria are important, as well as the basic calculations that lead to the ranking of products on the MAT site. We try to be as transparent as possible. You're going to want to look at this area of the website, as it'll give you an idea as to the type of documentation that you're going to need to use to support claims around health, certifications, rapidly renewable, all the criteria that are used to rank products on the system. So I would take a look at that before you start adding products to the database. Go to the bottom here and I'm going to click log on here. I'm assuming if you're watching this, it's because you've already registered. If you haven't registered to use MAT, you can do this by clicking on Are You a Manufacturer? Here you can join as a manufacturer by sending us your email, and then you'll get a confirmation email, at which point you can just sign in. So I'm going to start here, adding an email address, password. Here you are signed in to the manufacturer side of MAT. The terms of use are listed here. You might want to take a look at that if you want to search products, your own and others. You can do that here. What we're going to look at today is how you can change your profile and add some products. So this is the information related to you as the user. If you need to change some of that, you go into the Edit section. Same thing under, this is the section for your company. And you can add additional representatives. So if you're not the only person that's going to be adding products and maintaining your products on the database, you can add another person by inviting them here by email, and they'll receive an email to join the site. What I want to focus on today is how you can add a product. Go to the bottom of the page, add a product. Let's start by just adding the name of your product. Once you've done that, this is how we categorize all the different products, is by the master format numbers and subcategories. And this last drop-down box is for the applications at McGill. For some of the products we have multiple applications, and for some, like Brick, there's one. But you'll see here at the bottom, once you've selected standard applications, you'll see a size appear. And this is important, especially as it relates to costing. We ask you for a budget cost at the bottom of the page here. You want to remember this size, because we know that, for instance, with bricks, there can be lots of different sizes, but we want to be able to compare like products. So we've provided the size to help ground your costing. Move down a little bit here, we'll add some pictures. And this is when it becomes evident that it's helpful to organize your files ahead of time. So you can see here I've organized a file with all the information that's important for this exercise, and it's pretty easy to just add stuff. I have a picture of the brick itself and then a picture of the brick installed. That might be handy to see. We can move down here to the different criteria. Start with certifications. You'll notice that each one of these criteria has a question mark next to it. That allows you to get a little bit of a refresher in terms of what we're asking for here. This is information that's pulled from the framework of analysis section. And then if you need more information, you can go learn a little bit more about supporting documentation, or a little bit more of the certification criterion itself. I'm going to assume that you've read that information and you're basically going to select which certifications your product has achieved. We're going to say that the Megabrick has received the SCS Recycled Material Content certification. And that's it. Though your product can have single attribute, multiple attribute, and even corporate certifications, you're going to select the ones that you have actually been certified. Once you've done that, you're going to choose a document that supports this claim. So with certifications, this will be the actual certification number, for instance, document you would have received from the certifier demonstrating that you in fact have achieved their certification. Moving over to recycled content, you might imagine that because the Megabrick has received the SCS Recycled Material Content certification that it would have a certain degree of recycled content. So I'm going to add 20 to 25% pre-consumer recycled content for the product, and also between 40 and 50% recycled content in the packaging. So the score is a combination of both the recycled content in the product and the packaging. And again, you're going to want to enclose a document that supports this. Moving over to durability. Durability is the basic warranty for your product. Let's say the Megabrick has a 5-year warranty, and then I'll attach that document, the warranty, right here. You can see how this moves a lot quicker once you have all the documents together. Recyclability. So this is at the end of the life what we do with your product. And the packaging again. So do you have a complete take-back program? Is it made of material that can be easily recycled using a local recycling program? Is it recyclable, but we're required to move the product to another location? Is there neither a take-back program nor a simple recyclability? So we'll say that the Megabrick is recyclable, but it requires special collection. And the packaging is easily recyclable. And then, of course, I will once again provide supporting evidence for this. So, for instance, if you have information on your take-back program, how it works, you might append it here. So, health. Health, you have the opportunity to check off a number of these elements. So, if your product is California 1350 compliant, you can check this off. If you have documentation to support that you have no PFCs or HFRs or PVC, no added formaldehyde, and no phthalates or heavy metals, you can click off these. If you don't have supporting documentation for these claims, you don't want to click these off. So again, I have supporting documentation that the Megabrick is California 1350 compliant, and I'll add that right here. For region, you're going to want to demonstrate where the product is extracted and how it's shipped from the point of extraction to the point of manufacture. So is it extracted in one location and then sent by road to the manufacturer? If so, you're going to put the postal code of the point of extraction right here. Now I'm just adding McGill's postal code here for sake of example. Let's say it's manufactured in one location and shipped by road to the manufacturer, and then the manufacturer ships by road to the site. And again, you're going to want to add some supporting documentation. And then finally, rapidly renewable. I think it's safe to assume that the Megabrick does not have any rapidly renewable content at this point. So I will leave this at 0 and I will not append any supporting documentation, though I would if I was making a declaration of rapidly renewable content by weight. So that's it in terms of the criteria. We would also like it very much if you indicated the cost of the product per unit, given an order in the amount specified here. So in the case of bricks, we would like a per unit cost if we were, for instance, to order 100 units of bricks. So if we made an order of 100 units of bricks, it would cost 45 cents a brick for a Megabrick. That's what we're looking for. Now there's also a blank field here where you might be able to include some additional sustainability features of your product that are not captured by the above criteria. Feel free to add a few points describing that here. You click off the I have read and agreed to the terms and conditions. If you need to look at those terms and conditions, you just click right here and then save. And then once it's successfully created, it'll say successfully created product. The administrator will review it as soon as possible. And so at this point, we receive an email that lets us know that you have added the MegaBrick to the database. And we'll look over the information that you provided to us. And assuming that everything's in order, we'll send you an email to say that, hey, your product's been added to the database, congratulations. So that's about it. Once you're here, you can see the rundown of how your product is summarized. And this is pretty much how a McGill user will be able to see your product when they're searching through the MAT database for products for projects here at McGill. And if you return to your profile, you'll now see that at the bottom of the page you have a product named the MegaBrick and that it's in review. So until we've processed this particular product, it will remain in review and it will not be visible to the public or to McGill users. I hope that answers all your questions about how to add a product to the MAT database. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us by using the Contact Us button here. Thank you very much once again for contributing to the material analysis tool.